and welcome here to more Talk FCB. And after the transfer window has now slammed shut, we are going to be talking in today's video about some of the biggest deals that we saw happen on deadline day. Some of them you will certainly know about, and others, they may have just slipped under the radar. Is it genius, or is it downright panic? We're going to be talking about it all in today's video. Thanks for watching, guys. Let's get to it. Because we start right here with Arsenal and with one of the biggest deals on deadline day and indeed the entire window. It's a man that Arsenal have been chasing right throughout. And on deadline day, they did indeed pay the release clause of Thomas Partey from Atletico Madrid. They paid their 50 million euros to secure his signature, and he's a really key part there of what Arteta wants to do at the base of that midfield. It's a player that Arsenal have been crying out for, and he's going to be a big addition in their team. There has been an outgoing though, and it's interesting because it's a midfielder from Arsenal going to Atletico Madrid. Lucas Torreira though has signed for Atletico on loan. There will be an option to buy in that deal as well. So Atletico losing Thomas Partey but replacing him effectively there with Lucas Torreira, who's the sort of player who I think will really suit Diego Simeone's style. He's tenacious, he plays with that high intensity, and he could be a good signing there in their midfield. And Arsenal have also let go on loan Matteo Guendouzi, who's headed there to the Bundesliga to Hertha Berlin. He's gone on loan, and another young player there looking to get minutes and looking to improve. And this, of course, is all along with the biggest departure of the day from Arsenal. On deadline day, Gunnersaurus was let go. How was that allowed to happen? Then there's Chelsea, who of course did their business in this transfer window nice and early, and a lot of business they did get through with some absolutely brilliant deals throughout the window. But they did have one outgoing yesterday. It was Bakayoko, who once again has left the club on loan. He's failed to really make an impact there since signing from Monaco, and he's headed once again to Serie A. He was at Milan before. He's now gone to Napoli on loan, and that there was a confirmed deal on deadline day. But I want to talk here about Everton, the Premier League leaders right now. They've had an excellent summer there in the signings they brought in. They've really bolstered Ancelotti's squad and given them a really good chance this season of a top campaign. They made another signing yesterday in Ben Godfrey, a centre-back there coming in from Norwich for £20 million. A really highly rated player, just 22 years old, and he's certainly going to give Everton some good cover there at centre-back. And they also signed, which I think is a really big signing for them, Robin Olsen, a goalkeeper there coming in from Roma, only on loan. But after the mistakes that Pickford has made in recent weeks, that could hurt them as the season goes on. And to bring in a keeper there who's a good quality in Olsen, that's a good deal for them. They did have a departure with Theo Walcott leaving to join Southampton. The club, of course, where he came through the academy as a young player, really burst onto the scene with Southampton. He's going back there now on loan. Another big Premier League deal was the incoming of Rennes winger Rafinha, who signed there for Leeds for €20 million. He's a really exciting wing player, somebody that Bielsa was very keen to bring in. 23 years old, and a big outlay in funds there for Leeds, €20 million. But of course, they started the season really well, and if they can stay up, they will have all of those extra funds coming in for Premier League survival. Then, of course, though, it is time to talk about Manchester United. Big spotlight on them, of course, no less, after their defeat to Tottenham very recently in the Premier League by 6-1. They had to act, and they have brought in some deadline day signings, starting there with the free transfer of Edinson Cavani. 33 years old he is now. He was let go at the end of last season by Paris Saint-Germain, where he had a very prolific spell, of course. He's coming in for Man United, technically on a free transfer, although apparently there was a deal there with the agent of Cavani for €10 million. But it's a big deal for them, and it could go one of two ways. They've had some successful moves like this in the past. You think of Ibrahimovic, the impact that he had coming in, but obviously they've had some failures too. Radamel Falcao didn't work out. Igalo hasn't really worked out in United. Will this one work well for them? We will have to wait and see. And of course, Cavani will face his former club PSG in the Champions League group stage. Man United also brought in a left-back. They desperately needed some competition there and somebody effectively to replace Luke Shaw in their team. Alex Telles has come in from Porto there, 27 years old, 17 million there. He had just a few months left on his contract, so that was a really good deal there, I feel, for Man United, once again buying from Portugal, as they did with Bruno Fernandes, and that, of course, has worked out well for them. They also spent big on Amad Diallo. That was a deal that was confirmed as well on deadline day, coming in there from Atalanta. A player who's just 18 years old, very, very highly rated, of course, a wide player, but that deal is not actually going to come into effect until January. They've agreed the deal now, but he will not sign until next year because of work permit issues. There was also an outgoing, though, for United in this window. Chris Smalling, with just moments to spare, going back to Roma, this time on a permanent deal after he impressed there last season for 20 million euros. Heading over to the Bundesliga now, Justin Kluivert made an exciting move, I feel, from Roma to RB Leipzig, just 21 years old, still trying to realise that potential that he does have. He's gone there on a loan deal, but that could become permanent either after a number of appearances that he makes, or if RB Leipzig activate their option at the end of that loan. And another exciting talent there going to the Bundesliga, actually coming from the Premier League, Ryan Sessegnon. I think he's a really exciting player. They brought him in from Fulham. He hasn't really had an opportunity yet in the first team. He's gone to Hoffenheim on loan, and that could be a good place for him to develop, given the way that Hoffenheim have started their season in Germany. And if we do indeed move on now to Bayern Munich, first of all, in terms of an outgoing with Michael Cuisance actually heading there to France. He's going from Bayern to Marseille. That there is going to be another loan, but there is an option to buy there for around 18 million euros. The player there was very, very close to signing for Leeds. That didn't happen, though. That fell through at the last minute. He's now gone to Marseille for the season, a very talented midfield player. It's an interesting signing incoming, though, for Bayern Munich, and it comes there in the form of Choupo-Moting. Now, this is a player who's been at PSG for the last 2 years. Somehow, he's now got himself a free transfer to the European champions Bayern Munich, and it is a surprising deal. Obviously, there they want a backup for Lewandowski. Lewandowski is going to play most of the games anyway, but still, Choupo-Moting getting himself another big move. That is interesting. And of course, Douglas Costa, he returned to Bayern there, coming in from Juve. That's going to be a loan deal, and he's sort of going to play the Perisic role. They couldn't hang on there to Perisic, who spent the season on loan with them last time out, and he played a really, really good job there in Flick's side. Now that role is going to be providing he can stay fit. Douglas Costa, he's there on his way to Bayern. Juve themselves, though, have made a big signing here on deadline day. Federico Chiesa has gone in from Fiorentina. That's a big deal there in Serie A. He's initially signed on a loan deal, but that will become a 50 million euro signing. It's an obligation to buy for Juventus, meaning they have to make that deal permanent. And he's a really exciting player that I feel like in the right system, in the right team, he could absolutely explode at any moment, providing there he can get that finishing touch right in front of goal. And Juve also let go their player that was linked to Barcelona earlier on in the window, Mattia De Sciglio. He's gone there to Lyon on a loan deal until the end of the current season. And I also want to give you here just a quick update before we do end on two former Barcelona players, because Gerard Deulofeu has left Watford, at least for the time being. He's joined their Watford's sister club, Udinese. That's a loan deal, and I do feel as though Watford have sort of loaned out Deulofeu for a period of time there until he can come back, hopefully with Watford back in the Premier League. That's a good deal, though, for Udinese in the meantime. And also Sandro Ramirez. He's left Everton after a largely unsuccessful time there. He's joined newly promoted Huesca on a 3-year deal. He's back in La Liga. And that there wraps up the biggest of deals from deadline day. So please do leave your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. What deal is most exciting from those mentioned in today's video for you? Or of course, if you do have another deal that you're particularly excited about or you particularly like from any club during deadline day, just let me know in the comments down below. And if you did enjoy this video, please let me know too, because of course here on More Talk FCB, especially now in the international break, I'm just trying to spice things up a bit, just trying to do some different things. And of course, I will see you soon with plenty more videos to come. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you soon. But until next time, as always, Visca El Barça.